Hello, everyone. Andrew here for Drew Entertainment, also from Drew Games. Back with another episode of Breaking Rocks. I forgot what number we're on, but I don't care. Obviously, you guys see by the title and the thumbnail, it's Ep.6 of the Book of Boba Fett, which I did a reaction to earlier, which is up on the channel. A bunch of you have already seen that, about 20 odd some people. So thank you to all of you for checking that out. But joining me is my co-host and partner here, Joshy 064. Fuck, I forgot to turn up the speakers.
That's all right. Morning. Good morning.
So Joshy 064 here.
Morning.
And that's better. Hopefully someone else in the chat will say something if anyone else shows up to let us know that they can hear you. But with that in mind, what are your initial thoughts, Joshy, on what we just saw this morning?
Just that with this, I don't know. It seems like they kind of like pulled something out of their butts on this series, though. It's like the first 4 episodes was just garbage, and all of a sudden, like last week's and this week's episode was actually pretty damn good, in my opinion, though.
I will get to that in just a second. I am checking something on my office phone here at the moment. There we go. So with that in mind, you said they were pulling something out of their ass with this episode. This is my feeling after thinking about it, because you guys would have seen my reaction at this point, but after thinking about it, this is how I feel. I feel that we got like snippets of several shows in this episode. And I think you know what I mean by that. Because first of all, as the hell's her name? Echo Base Network pointed out, and the coach from Echo Base Network, so thank you for your opinion, coach, pointed out on their channel earlier when he was going over his thoughts on it, that I watched obviously earlier this morning. Where am I going with this? Oh yeah, he was basically saying that. Now I completely forgot what the hell he said.
Was it Grogu or
Well, there's one thing that he did say that I found interesting, that at the end of the episode, by the way, there is a spoiler warning on this in the comment section, because obviously we're going to spoil everything, much like I did in my reaction. But at the end, Grogu has a choice in front of him. Hail Red Hood. They should have had the last 2 episodes as Mando episodes. I hate that they've all given up on Boba Fett.
Yeah. Well, like in my honest opinion, even though Boba Fett was in this episode for like not even like a minute though, but I believe that they kind of gave respect to Boba Fett, because basically Boba Fett was just there, but would have gave him a little bit more respect if they would have had his helmet on though. Basically, he was there, standing there, and let the Asian chick talk and give her spiel about the thing that's going on though. So it's like, okay, Boba Fett was there,
but as I was saying, coach from Echo Base Network was basically going over the choice that Grogu has between choosing to take obviously Yoda's lightsaber and agree to become Luke's Padawan, Or take the armor that that Jin left for him. At least I think that's his first name. The Mandalorian. And go back to the people that he loves, which is Mando and whoever else is left at that point. But Coach seems to think that Grogu is going to wind up choosing the armor and go back to Mando and then be in season 3 of The Mandalorian. But
yeah, I think for like, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
From what I believe that these last couple episodes here are basically just like prequels to the episode, like the season 3 of Mandalorian.
As I was getting at before I went into what Echo Base Network had said and the coach and whatnot, I feel that this episode was a combination of several different shows combined. The Book of Boba Fett, the Mandalorian series. Since we saw Ahsoka Tano, the Ahsoka series, and if there's going to be a Luke series, that, because we got Luke Skywalker not really training Grogu, but helping him learn who the fuck he is. Or remember who the fuck he is. I think I'll put it that way. Because that's kind of how Luke put it. Without saying fuck, though.
Yeah, but I think from like at the end, I think it's going to go back with Mando. That's my thoughts.
You are right, Red Hood. It is supposed to be Boba's show, and I feel like in the season finale, we're going to see that to a degree. At least we better at this point. With the war between the start of the war between the Syndicate and Boba's crew, therefore setting up a season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett at that point. That's my prediction for episode 7. That we're going to get the start of that war, although we kind of did at the end of this thing with the Boba side of things, to a degree, right?
Yeah.
With the fact that we had Camp Bane basically shoot dead the Marshal's deputy, and we're left thinking, did the Marshal survive his wound? Because, as I said in my reaction, I'm thinking that he's dead. But what do you think, Josh?
I honestly think that he's probably already passed on. So there goes that.
But we'll see. But another thought with the Grogu choosing to be a Jedi or go back to Mando thing, this is what I think is going to happen. All right? Well, actually, this is how I'm going to set it up. Yeah. I was happy to see Campaign 2, Red Hood, especially as soon as he went like this. And you saw those fucking red eyes. And as soon as I saw him, I'm like, something's about to happen here. Someone's about to get shot dead. Because it's Camp Bane. He's an asshole in a good way. He's a bad guy that you love to hate. And that's a good thing. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I think because like I've seen him, like I've never seen like any of the like Clone Wars or whatnot though, but like I think from like what I've understood, was part of the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah. And as I pointed out to you off camera, this episode was as it was informed to me by Echo Base Network earlier this morning that evidently Dave Filoni directed this episode. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, well, that makes sense because this was actually good. And usually, on the one hand, I'm going to borrow a line from Ryan Kinnell here. Dave Filoni is a beta male cuck. Fuck. As soon as I said that, the mic cut out because the controller turned off, so you didn't hear it. But as I said, I'm going to borrow a line from Ryan Kinnell, and as I'm repeating it in the stream for Red Hood to hear for a second time, Dave Filoni's a beta male cuck. But he knows how to direct Star Wars shows, though. In my opinion. Look no further than this episode, because on the one hand, there isn't a lot to criticize from my point of view in this episode, but there are some things like the scene where the Marshal says to Mando something about his smile, and in my reaction, I'm like, he's wearing a fucking helmet, you idiot. Because how in the hell are you going to see someone smile through a fucking helmet? What is the Marshal Superman now? He has... Anyway. But as I was getting at earlier, the decision that Grogu has to make. This is how I want us to discuss it. Basically go over what we think they're going to do, as in whoever's going to direct that episode or make that decision for whatever series that's going to happen in at this point, and then go over what we would do in that situation, and by proxy, I guess, what you and I in the chat want to see happen with Grogu's decision. On that note, also, I stand by my reaction to the cliffhanger ending of Grogu's decision. That's how you get people to want to come back to watch to see what he does. Cliffhangers tend to work to get people to come back. And the fact that we have one now is a good thing, in my opinion. Josh?
Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, exactly. Like, you always have to leave a little cliffhanger there at the end so we can get more people back up.
Yeah. So does that mean that we're going to get Grogu's decision in the season finale? I don't know. If anything, that would be a good place to do it. On one hand. On the other hand, it would be a bad place to do it too. It depends on how they do it, though. But with that in mind, what do you think they're going to do with Grogu's decision, though, Joshy? As in, like, Dave Filoni and Favreau and whoever the fuck is running this circus.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically, they can't let Grogu or young Baby Yoda go to waste. So basically, I believe they're probably going to go ahead and have him choose the armor. That way we see more of him. That way people might be like, okay, yeah, we got more Baby Yoda on this event. You know? I thought so.
That's the direction I think they're going to go too. But if you were writing, forget that. What do you want to see them do? I think is it just a better way to go.
Well, there's also another way they can go with it as well. Like if they have Baby Yoda actually take the place, they can actually do another spin-off series with Luke and Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I agree with that. This is the direction that I want to see them go with Baby Yoda's decision of the lightsaber or the armor. Although it makes sense with what Coach from Echo Base Network said about he thinks that he's going to choose the armor and go back with Mando, and then Luke is going to appear on Tatooine, despite what he said in Jedi about never going back to Tatooine. So from that one aspect, what Coach said doesn't make any sense about Luke going back to Tatooine to help Boba Fett, who was employed by Darth Vader to hunt Luke down, and that's how Vader learned that Luke was Anakin's son, i.e. Vader's son. So from my point of view, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense for that to happen. Personally, from my point of view, it would make more sense and probably be better in the long run for everything if Grogu stays with Luke, picks the lightsaber, and then you can get them effectively in the Ahsoka series to a degree, because that's supposed to be about Jedi, right? Or get a whole new series announced. For example, off the top of my head, a title, the Trials of Grogu. Because if he's going to be Luke's Padawan, he's going to have to go through trials to become a Jedi Knight. And also that way we get more of Luke like training other Jedi at his academy that he's building, which we know gets burnt down. But still, it'll be nice while it lasts. So that's what I think they should do with the Grogu decision, and take the lightsaber. Even though I think they're just going to have him clowning around in season 3 of The Mandalorian with Jin and whatnot. Trials of a Jedi. That's also another good one, Red Hood. So yeah, Trials of a Jedi, Trials of Baby Yoda, Grogu, whatever. But yeah, the general idea of Grogu getting his own series actually would be interesting. Because, like you said, Disney doesn't want to abandon Grogu. So here's an idea. Let Mando go be Mando. And then occasionally, like, once Grogu is a Jedi and whatnot, and a little older, maybe let Mando at that point pop into Grogu series to say hi. Like he wants to, you know?
Yeah.
But obviously we're just overthinking and everything here. But suffice to say, as I said, this feels like a mishmash. This felt like a mishmash of like several TV shows being slammed together to try to make a coherent show. Which, to a degree, Dave Filoni did a good job of it. A little bit of the writing was a little sloppy in places, but overall, it holds up as a good episode of a Star Wars show at this point. I don't know if I can even call it the Book of Boba Fett anymore. It's the book of Star Wars characters at this point. But with that in mind, you said to me on Xbox Live earlier this morning while I was still in the process of watching it, filming my reaction at the time, that and you told me your score, so I'm going to let you say what you gave this episode of the Book of Boba Fett out of 10.
Man, I'd say, in my honest opinion, I'd say probably it's like 9 out of 10. It was really good.
I am not disputing that. I don't think it's a 9, though. I'm thinking like 7, 9 to a full 8 out of 10 at this point. There's a few things that you can pick apart, but overall, I will not dispute at all that this was the best of the Book of Boba Fett, even though it doesn't feel like the Book of Boba Fett series anymore. Which might be for the best, or as Red Hood points out in the chat, it's depressing that they abandoned Boba. But then again, I feel with like the earlier episodes that all they did was give him the Luke Skywalker sequel trilogy treatment. They already character assassinated him. The only thing left in the final episode is just to kill him for good this time. That's the only thing left for him. It's just stuff, just like Jake Skywalker. Yeah, I said exactly that in my reaction to Red Hood, that the CGI for Luke Skywalker this time, sorry once again, as opposed to the version that we got in the final episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian, was like 10 times to 100 times better this time around. Anything to add to the CGI, Luke?
It looked good. I was kind of, I don't know, like I was kind of surprised it said Mark Hamill at the end credits. So I'm like, so I was like, yeah, it was actually Mark Hamill actually playing that part.
Which
CGI.
is probably the way it should be because it is Luke Skywalker. But then again, I don't think there's too many people in our community that would probably disagree with what's his face, the Winter Soldier doing it. What the hell's his name again?
Sebastian Stan or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah, that's it. Sebastian Stan being a young Luke. I don't think too many of us would disagree with that decision either. Just so you don't have to do like CGI, and if you want, you can just have him play the image, but just pipe in like Mark Hamill's voice. So you're still utilizing Mark Hamill, but for the physical stuff and the physical Luke Skywalker, so you don't have to use CGI. There you go. Thank you, Red Hood. But yeah. But as we were saying, overall, this was a show that it is worth even more so than Episode 5 for Star Wars fans to watch. Even if it means that you only watch this and nothing else, you don't really have to watch the rest of it as far as I'm concerned. In the case of the Book of Boba Fett series. To basically enjoy this episode. Anything else? Last minute thoughts before we get into a topic that I know that you want to talk about since this is Breaking Rocks?
Let's see here. Very nice, good episode. I really enjoyed this episode. Possibly every single time they like do another Mandalorian episode, say this probably is like kind of like a Mandalorian episode. Yeah. It just gets better and better in my opinion, though. So I know last episode was really good, and it's just that this one actually, in my opinion, is really, really, really good. So.
How much are you believing the rumors that Leia and Han and Luke are going to appear in the season finale? On a scale of 0 to 100% likelihood, in your personal opinion, Josh.
I know I heard it from Doomcock because Doomcock's like, oh yeah, I've heard Luke, Leia, and Han supposed to be in the same.
Well, if you heard it from Doomcock, then my percentage is going to be quite low, if not 0, at that point.
Yeah, because like Doomcock, sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong as well too. So
in my experience, more times he's been wrong. Because I think he's still like one of the last people still going, Kathleen Kennedy's leaving. She's got an extension.
But as for
but they still might revoke it. Okay, shut up, dude.
For Luke, Han, and Leia, I don't know.
I could see
it's a 50-50 chance. I could see it though. Like basically, the way I'd see it, if they'll probably have Grogu do the armor and all of a sudden just go with Mando again. And all of a sudden, they meet up somewhere and they'll have Luke, Leia, and Han there possibly. That's the only thing I could probably think
We
of.
got Red Hood in the chat saying, "Take it with a grain of salt," and laughing, their butt off. But Red Hood, I would say not take it with a grain of salt with the Luke, Han, and Leia thing. I would say go find a planet made of salt. Go to Crate. Because that's made of salt. We learned that in the movie that we don't want to talk about or name anymore. At that point. So take a planet of salt. In this case, at least in my opinion. But with that in mind, once again, any last minute thoughts before I let you rant and rage?
No.
All right. So the other thing to talk about, since we got through reviewing the Book of Boba Fett, as I said, is it worth watching? Yes, it is.
Oh,
Quite easily.
I wanted to mention that I wrote down in my notes.
What's that?
What was it? That was it,
I can't see your notes. I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me.
Dark. The person Dark. I forget the rest of his name though, but Dark, whatever made the name Beta Fett. Wanted me to put that in my notes and remind you.
That's Dark Bat of Night, also known as Red Hood here on YouTube. So, yeah.
So when we mentioned Beta Fett.
Yep.
Yes.
That was coined by them, so.
Yep, so give them credit for that.
Indeed. So with that in mind, I believe the topic you want to rage about is the truckers in Canada, right?
Yeah.
So, the floor is yours. Rage away.
Was the governor of Canada, I guess? I don't know, president or governor of Canada, I guess, whatever his name is.
I don't know how their government works. Your guess is as good as mine.
So what's his name? He's the one that's kind of fighting out right now, so which is kind of like he's holding up as we speak right now, because basically we have a whole bunch of like truckers going there for the revolution that's going on right now, like trying to go against the stupid mandates that's going on with the damn truckers.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to DJ Cobra that posted that video on Twitter yesterday, though, about that trucker that took some food and got a little cookie from a person. Which that person, basically, they had their daughter actually write like a note. You've seen that video, though, right? From DJ Cobra yesterday?
I did not. Was that on Twitter?
It was on Twitter. I can send it to you now if you want, though.
Yeah, I did not see it. Because yesterday I was sleeping, trying to recover.
Oh, well.
The only thing I watched before I laid down yesterday was a music video that I forgot existed to advertise Spider-Man 2 at the time by one of my favorite bands, and my favorite song from them called Meant to Live by Switchfoot. Because I knew of it at the time, but I had forgotten that they were a big part of basically promoting that film. Which as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm posting this shit to Twitter. Which I did. But yeah, so otherwise.
I did send you the video on your Twitter feed. So
okay.
Have it right there.
All right, sounds good. I'll check that when we get done.
It did kind of tear me up though, like the little kid that actually like wrote down the little letter for the truckers, even like a book. Yeah, but like I've been watching John Talks for a while on YouTube. He does a lot of political stuff though, but he's got one video that's up right now that basically shows like a lot of trucks. They're basically just like for protest. So, yeah, I guess all the leftist weirdos are basically crying because like, oh yeah, this is so many people are honking and they're just like tired of it though. I know Data Racer has like a little snatch of like all of the leftists like crying honking and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much about the situation though, but I know that like they're fighting for their rights. So, because I know I seen like one video on TikTok where basically some trucker was trying to like drop off his loader or something like that, and they were just like, "Are you mad? You have the vaccine? Blah 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 yada 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 yada." I'm like, "Yeah, give us your license or whatever. Otherwise, then you have to go over here and give this guy your license." And asking a lot more questions. So it was just like total garbage.
Yeah.
So it's just that I like to see all these damn truckers over there fighting for our freedoms, not that we're fighting for their freedom right now, because basically it's just.
Well, considering that it's Canada, and I'm fairly certain that they don't have quite the same form of government or whatever that we're supposed to have. And there's a reason I say supposed to have, and I know you know what I mean.
No. Excuse me.
But with that in mind, yeah, I completely agree with everything that you just said.
Yeah.
Red Hood in the Chat says to set a COVID mandate, and they are tired of being locked up in their homes for another year. They have been like that for 2 years now. Yeah. Normal people just want to go back to their lives. I know it's a foreign concept to the powers that be right now, but guess what? It's 2022. This November, there are midterms. That's all I'm going to say. Other than, I expect a lot of people to show up that have been red-pilled. And I'll leave it right there. Anything you want to add, Josh?
You really can't trust the vote anymore. What happened with the last election?
I forgot about the lighting this whole time. Oh, well.
Yeah, but just saying for like any type of voting and whatnot, though, you can't really trust what happened with our last vote.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, because we don't want to get the shit taken down to a degree.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, was there anything else?
No. I'm trying to think of like something else we can probably talk about. As of right now, nothing is like come to mind. So I think we already talked.
Yeah, so with that in mind, I'll end with this. On a scale of 0 to 10, how the season finale, supposedly, we'll see how only 7 episodes of it, but how hyped up the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett?
I don't want to like get my hopes up too much, so or whatnot. So like if it's a good episode, I'll give it praise though. But like if like a bad episode, like that's why I'm gonna leave it at a 5 though for right now.
Personally,
you never know.
Yeah. Objectively, as Drew Entertainment, for me, my hype for it is basically because of how Disney treats Star Wars overall over the years is kind of a 2 out of 10. But as Andrew, as myself, as just someone who wants Star Wars to be good again, although that's kind of true as Drew Games and Drew Entertainment as well, but I would say anywhere from a 5 to a 7. Only in that, if we got this much with Groku and Luke at this point, I think it's not really that much of a gamble. I say like 50% likelihood at this point that maybe we'll get his decision in the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett in the case of Grogu to lead up to either the first episode of season 3 of Mando or lead up to whatever Grogu's going to do if he stays with Luke. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So with that in mind, in the chat, on a scale of 0 to 10, how hyped or interested are you in the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett? Which, as I understand, it's just you, Red Hood. So type in the chat how interested, let's word it that way, interested in watching 7 you are. But with that in mind, Joshy, what are you going to be, since this is the non-gaming thing, even though at times we talk about gaming topics, what are you going to be watching or doing after this? And if
I still have.
And if you're going to be playing games, then go ahead and say that too, because that's a thing too.
I'm probably going to have to watch Mad Max 2 so far.
I think it's Mara that was telling you to do that, right?
Yeah. I did watch the first one. I did like it. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I still need to watch this next one.
Red Hood is being objective about it too. They say 3 out of 10 for interest in watching the season finale. But as I said previously, I'm going to film my reaction to the final 2 episodes, so that's going to happen next Wednesday as well. Hopefully by then I'm a lot better, can breathe properly at that point. But for me, I'm going to get something to eat, check out some other stuff on YouTube, like check out actually the thing that you sent to me from D-Day Cobra. I'm going to check that out. And probably play something till I fall asleep, which probably won't be very long. Or probably do the laundry first. We'll see how much energy I have at that point. But with that in mind, thank you to Red Hood for being here with us. Thank you, Joshy, for being here once again. My dear brother. My unofficial adopted brother, as I see it. Because off camera, we fight like brothers from time to time. But still. But with all that in mind, I will see you guys hopefully in the next couple of days over on Twitch to get back to streaming again, which I haven't done because I have been ill, which means I'm probably not going to do a Witcher stream today because of it. But just so I can sleep at some point here. But Friday I will be live on Twitch because Friday is launch day for Dying Light 2. So expect that from me on Twitch on Friday. Thursday night, maybe on a Friday. It depends on what time I'm up and whatnot. Because I do also have to be at work on Friday morning too. So there's a better chance of seeing me in the afternoon or in the late morning at that point to afternoon for that. So stay tuned for that. You are very welcome, Red Hood. And as I said, thank you so much for being here. We love and appreciate you very much. But with that in mind, I will see you all Friday over on Twitch. And if I wind up feeling well enough, maybe on Drew That Games on YouTube for some PlayStation business. And when I say PlayStation business, I mean like some Ghost of Tsushima or some Spider-Man if I'm feeling up for it before Friday, so tomorrow. But if that happens, then it happens. If not, then it doesn't. But still. Streaming, yes. Will you be streaming before or after FNT? I usually try to stream before Friday Night Tights because I hate trying to do anything while they're on because I love watching them live myself, Red Hood. So it's always going to be, if I'm streaming on anywhere on Friday, it's going to be before Friday Night Tights. Because truth be told, I hate streaming on Fridays because Friday Night Tights is on. And I hate like being up against something that big. So I hope that answers your question, Red Hood. But when's the next time that you're going to be live, Josh?
And don't tell it. And I'll probably go ahead and put on Twitter my phone going going live here and whatnot though. So hey, Red Hood, if you want, you can actually follow Oh, Drew and I on Twitter and Twitch as well too. You can find me under Joshy064 on everything, basically.
Yep.
I do have Instagram. I do have TikTok as well, but I don't really post on TikTok stuff. I think I really post on is Twitch and Twitter.
Yeah, and I'm generally going to try to keep all my Xbox stuff just on Twitch these days, because I know that Twitch doesn't like when their affiliates repost their streams like the same day to YouTube. So on that note, that's why my Xbox stuff is generally going to stay on Twitch going forward until it disappears like 2 weeks later. And then all my PlayStation stuff obviously will be on YouTube because I can't sever the connection. Sorry, the connection to the old Twitch channel. So yeah, so YouTube for PlayStation, Xbox on Twitch. Which reminds me, in a few weeks when it comes out on the 18th, Horizon Forbidden West, I will be live on YouTube on launch day playing that. Whatever day that is, as we get closer, I will be able to say what day it is because I don't remember at this point what day the 18th of February is. But with all that in mind, as I said, thank you, Joshy. Thank you, Red Hood. We've rambled enough about what we're going to be doing on our channels at this point. And as we said, the Book of Boba Fett, this episode is worth watching. And possibly even a second time, which I've never said about the series yet. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah, the first 4 episodes, a little garbage.
Total waste. Total waste of time.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, total waste of time for the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they effectively pass as a character assassination of Boba Fett, turning him into Beta Fett, as we said that Red Hood coined the phrase of for us. But with that in mind, for the rebellion, Raylo's a weird, fuck Naughty Dog. And this is Breaking Rocks. I'm waiting on you, Joshy.
Oh.
The thing that
Let's go, Brandon.
And this is Breaking Rocks. Fuck Joe Biden. I'll see you guys in the next couple days.
Good. See you guys next time.
Good morning, good night, and whatever time of day it is in your region, as my favorite comedian, Craig Ferguson, says. Good whatever time of day, everyone. Later.